weather is sweet. Make you wanna move. Your dancing feet to the rescue. Here I am. Want you to know now. Here I stand. Hey, you are going, my sister. Charity, big up yourself. Much love and respect. Much love and respect, my sister. I wonder if people know, say, when time cold, you can't, you can't sleep. Force, I try force to sleep. Mm, yeah, anyway, it's 14 past 3 in the wee hours, and I am, I am cold. Yes, the winter weather, Jamaica winter weather. Tired? No more. This I'm tired, no. Not tired. I'm cold. So I take my little blanket. I'm tired, no. Cold, I'm cold. Cold, cold breeze are come from all angles. I come in a way. Wow. No laptop today. I've, I forget a monitor for that for the laptop by the grace of God. But well, still going, still going to do things same way. See about 30 people, scaled down to 5, go up to 11. But today I still giving thanks. Today is Thanksgiving for our United States friends. But everybody know me. I always I give thanks. And times are happy, I give thanks. Times are sad, I give thanks. Yeah, I will give thanks for all I've been through so far. Yeah, man. Yeah, yes, I'm look tired. I'm tired one. 'Cause if you want all the time, we'll take a look at nap early. And the coldness, not a nice feeling, man. Oh, my father, You are the Most High. Give us strength to deal with these Philistines who won't pay attention to somebody like you, because you are from your father, the devil. So take away yourself. Take away yourself. We not pay attention to people like you. I don't know why these Philistines, these Jebusites, always come and speak these type of venom around here. We won't tolerate such stupidness, such nonsense. I'm in a joyful mood because, as Americans them say, today is Thanksgiving. Yes, November 27, Philippians chapter 4, verse 7 says, the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart and your mental powers. Let's scroll, go up. The original word for guard was a military expression that was used to refer to soldiers who guarded a city and kept it safe from attack. The inhabitants of a guarded city slept in peace, knowing that troops were posted at the gates. Similarly, when the peace of God guards our hearts and minds, we feel calm knowing that we are safe. As in this case of Anna, even if our situation does not change, immediately we still feel a measure of peace. When we feel calm, we often find it easier to think clearly and make wise decisions. Thank you, my sister of God, SS. Right. When we feel calm, we often find it easier to think clearly and make wise decisions. What can we do? Question. When we are troubled, summon the guard, so to speak. Oh, pray until you feel the peace of God. If you are facing a crisis, persevere in prayer and you will express Jehovah's peace as it guards your heart and mind. Here's a lot of cited scriptures here. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17. Pray constantly. And Luke 11, verse 9 says, so I say to you, keep on asking, and it will be given you. Keep on seeking, and you will find. Keep on knocking, and it will be open to you. Romans chapter 12, verse 12. Rejoice in the hope, endure under tribulation, persevere in prayer. As you talk about prayer, I'm, I'm trying to each day when we do this live stream, I try to do a video reflecting the live stream that I did. I did it while we pray devotional yesterday. So I uploaded a video some hours ago about prayer, and I went in depth, you know, different reasons why people pray and so forth. First Samuel chapter 1 verses 16 to 18. Let's see what that says. I'm gonna take your servant for a worthless woman, for I have been speaking unto now out of a great anguish and distress. Then Eli answered, go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant your petition that you have asked of him. To this she said, let your servant find favor in your eyes. And the woman went her way and ate, and her face was no longer downcast. Amen. So just as Philippians chapter 4 verse 7 mentioned about the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard our hearts and our mental powers. When we are in a city and we know that we have guards keeping a watch over the city, you would feel safe. So in the case with the original word guard, it's a military expression used to refer to soldiers who guard the city and kept it safe from attack. So the year, I want to give thanks for everything that the Most High God has done for us. Let's see what Psalms 4 verse 8 says. I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Yahweh, make me dwell in security. Wow, such a reassuring word. Greetings to you, Jumbo. Yes, I will give thanks. When was it? Um, it's a custom for this time for the Americans to have their Thanksgiving, but I am always thankful and giving thanks every day. I was invited. Well, I am invited to go to a little thing later on, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. Yeah, man, me have some American brethren who live on the rock here, and every year them invite me to come over, come take part in them Thanksgiving thing. And when I think I'm gonna make it, you know, I think I'm gonna make it. And them over stand still, they know so we not, you know, we're grateful for the fact that them invite us to come take part in them Thanksgiving celebration. Yes, I will give thanks and praise to the Most High for all He has done. Okay, do all the good. Check. get some info. Thanksgiving has been celebrated in the United States and Canada as complex and multifaceted origins, while the modern American Thanksgiving holiday is often attributed to the 1621 Harvest Fest shared by the Pilgrims and Wam, the Wampanoag Native American tribe in the present day Plymouth. The history is more nuanced. The 1621 Harvest Feast, the Wampanoag tribe had helped the Pilgrims adopt the new land, teaching them farming techniques and sharing food source. The 3 day harvest celebration was likely a gesture of gratitude and friendship between the two groups. Okay, so that's where it came from. Early Thanksgiving celebration. The Thanksgiving is likely celebrated. The celebration existed. Right, them go back the same 1621 harvest of the Native American harvest. Okay, many Native American tribes held their harvest festival to give thanks for the season's bounty. European Harvest Festival. European settlers brought their own harvest festival traditions to the New World. Modern American Thanksgiving. Modern American Thanksgiving was formed in 1863 during the Civil War when President Abraham Lincoln declared the last Thursday in November a national holiday, National Day of Thanksgiving. Okay, Canadian Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving celebrates on the second Monday in October has its own distinct history dating back to 1578 when English explorer Martin Fabish held a feast to give thanks for his safe arrival in what is now Newfoundland. Thanksgiving has developed over time, incorporating various cultural and historical influences. Today, it's a celebration of gratitude and family and community. Okay, wow. This feels like bringing up a little history, you know, share with your people. Yes, we're going to take a look in the Jamaica Observer. Unbreakable Spirit. Stewart delivers powerful message of Jamaican resilience at Cruise World. author LiveGood scientists say dogs have wolf DNA. Those tiny, fluffy dogs walking down the street may look cute, but beware, they probably have some wolf in them. That is the discovery announced on Monday by US scientists who were surprised to find that nearly two-thirds of all dog breeds have a detectable amount of wolf DNA, and it is not genetic leftovers from when dogs originally evolved from wolves around 20,000 years ago, but instead suggests that dominic, domi- domesticated dogs and wild wolves have interbreeded within the last few thousand years. This does not mean that wolves are coming into our house and mixing it up with your pet dogs. Logan, a creator at the Museum of Natural History and co-author of a new study, told the AFP it seems to have influenced the size, the power, and even personality of modern dog breeds. Scientists said dogs and wolves can produce offspring together, but interbreeding is thought to be rare. Prior to this study, the leading scientists seemed to suggest that in order for a dog to be a dog, there can be a very much wolf DNA present, if any. Lead study author Audrey Lynn of the American Museum of Natural History said in a statement, to find out more, the team analyzed thousands of dogs and wolves in a publicly available database. They found that over 64% of modern breeds have wolf ancestry, with even tiny carrying around 0.2%. This completely makes sense to anyone who owns a Chala Chala Link joked wolf dogs had the most wolf DNA with up to 40%. Alright, I just can't catch my eye. Well, I'm going further and ahead. You can take a look for yourself in the Jamaica Observer. The article there, so you can get back into the page. article, nuclear bomb was dropped in our country. Mm-mm-mm. The following, written by Jamaican who worked with the United Nations and who, due to his job, saw first-hand disaster of war and nature worldwide. He visited Jamaica shortly after Hurricane Melissa passage and has allowed us to publish on condition of anonymity. Last night I returned from Westmoreland, Thorn, and Montego Bay. The journey took 3 hours due to the bad condition of the roads. Bundles and bundles of cable wire lying on the roadway like boats leaning dangerously over the, the roadway. Approximately 10 inches of water running down from a hill across the road through some houses. Along the journey through Belmont, looking at the devastation, I started to wonder why Jamaicans weren't told that a nuclear bomb was dropped in our country. The trees were without leaves. Everywhere was brown. Approximately 8 out of 11 houses and business places were without roofs, and there were no expectation in place like Farm, Culdin, White House, Long Hill, Peters Valley, and my hometown. I have seen the killing field overseas in my field of work. Old ladies' feet and babies' hands protruding from shallow graves, but sorry, the human suffering I observed after Hurricane Melissa touched my heart. I dropped past the ruins of my primary school, the ruins of my primary school, and I could see people huddling, waiting for a little food that comes by. I started to tear up and humble, humble myself. One fact of the Almighty can humble the human being. I drove over to the yard where I grew up and to the 5 bedroom house I built for my grandmother. The roof was gone except for a bedroom with concrete roof. That is where my cousin sheltered from the hurricane. For the first time in 6 hours, I smiled when he told me he was cooking when the roof blew off, taking with it his pot of food. I started to drive around, distributing food and water. Tears of joy came for some who shouted, Miss Bridget grandson brought us food. I then drove to Pam's Reed's house. She attended Sunday school with us. When I got to her house, I noticed the roof was gone. Hey, true princess, greetings to you. And coconut leaves were covering an area close to the steps. I shouted her name, and lo and behold, she came out from under the leaves. This brought more tears to my eyes. The human suffering is really too much. The thanks and hugs I receive are owed to my sisters. They graciously contributed to the purchasing of food and water I took to Westmoreland. Love, respect, and love, girls. End of article. Oh, you telling a story. You keep going. Whose house? Oh, I'm reading an article of from the Jamaica Observer. He was describing the place. This person seemed like he worked with the United Nations. So he said the article starts out a nuclear bomb dropped in our country because all the tree leaves them gone and the place so brown. It don't come like a hurricane past there. Come like a nuclear bomb. You laugh, I laugh. Oh, it seemed like as a friend of his when his school days when they went to church together. He was near there where he was dropping off some food stuff. Pam Reed's house. She attended church Sunday school with us. When I got to her house, I noticed the roof was gone and coconut leaves were covered an area close to the steps. And he shouted her name. And no behold, she came out. Seems like a bomb. Okay, wow. Yes, indeed, but they are my family, my YouTube family. I hope I haven't been seeing Chrissy Royal. I hope she's alright because some of these things that transpire in Jamaica can affect all of us, especially those who are more, how would I put it, ups under the anointing of the Most High. You know, normally I would see her notification flashing up on my phone when she's gonna do her live stream. What time? Let me see. I think about 4:30, 5:30, something like so. Jamaica time in the morning. Mm, I saw a little person pass from one family in the hurricane. Wow, 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 wow. That's a sad situation. 11 persons. Be very careful that disaster spreading, people going down. Voice, I'm bringing it back. Okay, understood. Yeah, we'll be nearing people, mentioning stuff like that. We'll be nearing people mentioning stuff like that for sure. Thank you for that. I try to. Well, we all we drink with um spring water. We don't drink tap water. Right. I'm gonna look into an article now. Lenny Wilkins Baseball Hall of Fame as player coach dies. Los Angeles, United States. Great Lenny Wilkins, an Hall of Fame as both player and coach, has died at the age of 88, his family said on Sunday. Grateful point guard in the in his 15-year player career, Wilkins was nine-time NBA All-Star, twice led the league in assists. My sister is back in the hospital. Oh no. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that she's back in the hospital, my dear sister, true princess. Hmm. Wilkins served as a player coach for 4 seasons, three with the Seattle Supersonics and one with the Portland Trailblazers, before launching a full-time coaching career that would prove legendary. Lenny Wil- Wilkins represented the very best of the NBA as an Hall of Famer player, Hall of Fame coach, and one of the game's most respected ambassadors. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a statement, so much so that 4 years ago, Lenny received the unique distinction of being named one of the legendary's 75th greatest player and the 15 greatest coaches of all time. But even more impressive than Lenny's basketball accomplishments, which included 2 Olympic gold medals and an NBA championship, was his commitment to service, especially in his beloved community of Seattle, where a statue stands in his honor. He influenced the lives of countless young people as well as generations of players and coaches who considered Lenny not only a great teammate or coach, but also an extraordinary mentor who led with integrity and true class. Wilkins led the, sup- the, sup- um, Supersonics to their NBA title in 1979 and also coached the Trailblazers, Cleveland Cavaliers, Atlanta Hawks, Toronto, Toronto Raptors, New York Knicks, and in a career on the sideline that spanned 1969 to 2005. His 2,487 games coached is an NBA record, and his 1,332 wins ranks third behind Georgie Popovich and Don Nelson. Wilson himself had pressed Reed Ambridge at the NBA's all-time leader in coaching wins in 1995, but was later passed by Nelson, who has 1,335. Okay, it's Popovich passing from both 1,388. Hmm. Okay, he's the third highest record Okay. Yes, the match showed paid and respects and talk about this Hall of Fame basketball player and coach, Lenny Wilkins. Okay. The article in the end, but I leave out a few little paragraphs there. Yeah, man, this is a part of the thing I do from been a while now. We start shift it. We do a little segment of our devotional, then we touch into the dailies, whether the observer or the cleaner. Two charges resume at midnight Monday. Okay, so from Hurricane October 28th, them have not been collecting no toll. Okay, the resumption of tolling on Highway 2000 will resume on Monday at midnight, according to the Minister of Energy and Telecommunication and Transport. Tolling across all legs of the highway which goes east to west and north to south has been suspended to allow ease of access prior to the passage of Hurricane Melissa, which made landfall on October 28th. Toll operators had complained that they were absorbing 100% of the cost during the suspension of tolling on the highway. Transport Minister Darrell Voss had indicated that flooding on alternative routes had prompted the decision that the toll remain open. Okay, it's seem like a one long article because it done right here, so it's finished right there as him said to remain open. But it will, I think Monday coming, it's gonna midnight. It will, they will start to charge again. Let's find the next article here. Salt and pepper class. Bill and others inducted in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hip hop icons Salt and Pepper and Outkast were among this year's inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Saturday, adding their names to the patron of music's most esteemed and beloved acts. Groundbreaking New York hip hop trio Salt and Pepper, which includes Jamaican born Sandra Pepper Denton, was honored with a Music Institute Award for their hit song Let's Talk About Sex, Push It, and Shoops, which celebrates women's independence and powerful sexuality in male dominated genre. These three women are the breakers to the foundation that held hip hop together. Grammy winning singer Missy Elliott told the audience before not introducing their performance, they gave us their shoulders to stand on. Outcasts who topped charts with Hey Miss Johnson, and the way you move or welcome into the Hall of Fame with tribute from actor Donald Glover, who said he grew up listening to Atlanta rap duo. You can see a look of see a photo there. It's Andre 3000 of an of Outcast Peak band during the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. See them a fist bump. Greetings to you at Code 777. Welcome everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, activate the notification bell to watch more enjoyable content. Thank you for that, my brethren. Yes, indeed. Let me come back up. It seems like it's coming like on different article, but anyway, and I meant to personally thank you around the time Speaker Box, The Love Glow came out. I wrote a letter from college to my brother, and I said I had a dream that we were we wrote a show together. Said Glover, thank you for showing me that brothers may not always see eye to eye and their philosophies and our styles, but they need each other in a world that would rather see them both fail together. Atlanta is not the music maker it has become without you. There is no childish Gimbo without you. There is no South without you. Others indicate inductees included Jamaican born philanthropy reared Grammy winning songwriter and producer Tim Bell, Cedel Leaper, The White Strips, and Soundgarden. Bell was one of the key music of the rich. Okay, some of these persons I don't recall them at all. I don't know. All I know, I listen to music. Okay, okay. I will leave this article. But it was nice for them to mention Salt and Pepper, Outcast, and other inductees to the Hall of Fame. Mackenzie orders immediate cleanup after hurricane debris in Falmouth. Wow. But the question I would like to ask is, don't people live in these places, in these parishes? Many of the young people, them, some of them don't work. Them just walk around. Why they don't formulate a little team down there? And even, for example, the local authorities, them give them a little stipends, you know, instead of them a look for the parish of Kingston and St. Andrew for people to mobilize and come down there. Why don't they? who are in the parish already try to formulate and help themselves. That's how I know the old time people them used to react. I can't talk about now these younger generation who some of them probably in them 20s or them 30s. You talk about people who who born like in the 70s like myself. You understand? Minister of local government. It it might have sounded weird about just my statement, but it's not meant to sound away, but it's to show you what I've been reading for the past couple of weeks. The younger people, them who one of them 30s or them 20s or 25, they don't have a patriotic mindset of helping fellow their fellow citizens in their district where them come from. That's what me observe. Because other people say it in many of the articles I've been reading a couple of weeks now, the things that they have observed themselves, and I have observed it in my reading. When Gilbert came, as I was a young little youth, 10, 11 years old, I, I was always around my grandfather, and I go for the machete, and I go for the file, and I have all of youth energy, and I sharp that machete, and I go around and I start chop whatever limbs I see, and I pile them up, and here comes other friends to the same thing in our community where we live. Aki tree, breadfruit tree, enough of them tree there, mango tree. And you know what we do? And there's some me learn to make coal skill. All of the trees them, there was a open lot, abandoned lot, and we have matches. When the tree them dry, the branches them, we can make school skill. I'ma make about two of them, but you don't know a little youth at the time. So bigger youth than ourselves. It's just because me I remember and I remember me and a brethren, bo me say 1, 2, 3 away. We make a little cool skill. I learn how to make it and build it. You so we do the thing and we set it and make it we burn the coal. When we go back like days after something like something, remember how long it was. It was heartbreaking to see that somebody came and demolished, stole our coal. We all do it for try to create a little income for ourselves as like a youth, and people did that to us. But I just see it, I was making a point to say when you do things not for yourself but for others, it, it gives a good feeling. And that's why I can remember when I was a little youth at that time, 10, 11, me I go around in my community, I chop limb and so forth. The limb them me I chop who make you manage and thing. Much less other people from overseas come and then I say certain individuals are, are playing a part. The younger people them are playing a part in the film community. Anyway, you were the Minister of Local Government has to say here. Local Government and Development Desmond McKenzie has ordered an immediate cleanup of debris in the historic town of Falmouth following the passage of Hurricane Melissa, which left piles of garbage and blocked drains across sections of Trelawney. Mackenzie said he has instructed the mayor of Falmouth to intensify efforts to restore normalcy, including hiring of additional trucks to speed up the removal of waste and garbage. I have given instruction to the mayor that immediate drain cleaning must be undertaken and they must hire extra trucks to assist in removing the debris out of out of town of Falmouth. The minister said they have started already, but I have said to him get more trucks in the system to help alleviate the conditions. Mackenzie added. The minister noted that local authorities have encountered challenges identifying a suitable temporary site to dispose the debris as the cleanup progress. However, he disclosed plans to seek assistance from the Port Authority of Jamaica to use a nearby location as a temporary layaway station. The article continues. They they are complying that they're complaining that there's an era that they want to use to dump the rubbish as the layaway station, so you dump it and the trucks will come again, Mackenzie explained. Okay, Joe Princess is waving emoji. Thank you, my sister. I am going to be speaking to the Port Authority to ask them to allow it because it's not going to be a permanent dump site. It is somewhere just for garbage to lay over so that the trucks can have access instead of coming into the town of Falmouth. The minister's directive comes as residents and business operators continue to express frustration over the slow pace of debris removal and concerns about health and sanitation in the aftermath of the storm. Mackenzie assured that his ministry remains committed to restoring cleanness and order in Falmouth and other affected areas across the Western Jamaica. End of article. Bunny, Bunny Shaw heads Man City to the top Super League. Okay. Female Jamaica Reggae Girls footballer Bunny Shaw. Yes, my friends. Yeah, here. Giving thanks and praise. Let's say something here. So it, okay. So yeah, wait for it. It's for it to load up. BBC chef resigns after Roe over Trump's documentary. The Director General of the BBC announced his resignation Sunday following a row over editing of a documentary about the United States President Donald Trump. Tim, Dave, and the broadcasting head of news, Deborah Judes, resigned after accusations that a documentary by its flagship program had edited a speech by Trump in a misleading way. Oh my. Like all public organization, the BBC is not perfect and we must always be open, transparent and accountable, they said in a statement posted on the BBC website. While not being the only reason, the current debate around BBC News has understandably contributed to my decision. I have to take ultimate responsibility. Latest controversy follows a Daily Telegraph reported this week that said concerns were first raised in the summer in a memo on the impartiality by Michael Peter Scott, a former external advisor to the BBC Editorial Standards Committee. Earlier Sunday, the UK Culture, Media and Sports Minister Lisa Noddy called the allegations incredibly serious. Mm. BBC has promised a full responsibility to Parliament, Culture, Media and Sports Committee on Monday. Trump's speech edited. The criticism emerged over clips spliced together from sections of a Trump speech on January 6, 2021, when he was accused of fomenting the mob attack on the US Capitol, seeking to keep him in power despite losing the re election bid. The edit made it appear that he told the supporters he was going to walk to the US Capitol with them and fight like hell. In the unducted clip, however, the president urged the audience to walk with him, and we are going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. At the time, Trump was still disputing President Joe Biden's election victory in a vote that saw him ousted after his first term in office. Edit was included in a documentary entitled Trump A Second Chance that was broadcast by the BBC the week before last year's US election. Okay. when I finish this article, let us leave it right here. So, files, medication, US fights could slow tactical a showdown, but transport. Mm-hmm. Airline air travel in the United States could soon slow to trickle. Authorities warned Sunday as thousands more flights were cancelled or delayed, and passengers face by federal government shutdown. Transportation Secretary Shane Duffy said the number of flights being that are cut would manipulate if the funding impasse between the Democrats and Republicans continue while Americans gear up to travel for Thanksgiving holiday later this month. It's going it's only going to get worse, Duffy said on CNN's State of the Union. That's on the news talk show the 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. We are going to see air travel be reduced to a tickle. And so they have to know more than 1,800 flights between the United States and to and from US had been cancelled, and there were close to 5,700 delays, according to data from FlightWare, a flight tracking platform. Airports that were particularly hard hit included the three New York City era airports, Chicago, Korean International Airport, Atlanta's Field Jackson airports. Okay, okay, right. When I will finish the article, just couldn't know what going on with the transportation thing in America with flights. So fine. The next one. Antico Bay business owner urged to reopen where possible. Business leaders across Montego Bay St. James are being encouraged to restart operation on a phased basis. A phased reopen allows businesses to reassemble supply chains, rehire staff, and rebuild customer confidence without overextending resources. Presidents of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry and proprietor of the renowned Prior Wine Restaurant family business, Jason Russell, said, "It doesn't have to be a perfect situation, but try to get the doors back open. The restoration of commerce, where we get our employees back to work, is one of the most important first steps, excuse me, recovery, steps to recovery. We must get the businesses open. We have to demonstrate both confidence and resilience," Russell said. Owner of Smoky's Seafood Restaurant in Rosal, Montego Bay, Mobile, Spence echoed similar statements. Spence reported that his operations were severely affected by the hurricane and have since shifted to the parking lots as the buildings awaits a comprehensive assessment of damage. No business sitting around and feeling sorry for yourself. My place was flattened, but I know I have to get back on my feet as quick as possible. And that's what we have been doing here at Smokies. The time is now 4:25 in Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, give me a second or two there. Oh, good thing I feel like my body said get up, put cramp up the one place too long. Even if I'm carrying it with me outside, it's still dark. Because as my size 4:26 in Kingston, Jamaica. Okay, pitch black. Alright, forward. Thief, them have enough field there. The morning gathers the rainbow, want you to know the rainbow too. Hey, did you realize when I walking, I do my look around, me know, my sister. Didn't realize that you were on. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you? Jeremy, how are you? I'm doing great. Mina says, like and done. Nice to see your live stream. Okay, thank you for that. I was, I watched your live stream 2 hours yesterday. Okay, thank you for that. She's waving. It's nice, nice, nice. Have a great day. I support. Okay. You're not know what me there, yeah, man. Look, just like the dogs, the guys, them walk, I do for them work, you know. They're in the gully. I can't see them because them are up on the roadway. See me, I look out. There's no cats along the stretch. I walk up. See, nobody not out there. The old 2 foot, 2 foot post them. Then at the gully I walk. So along the stretch of gully, let them hit a jackpot or something. 'Cause the dogs them are all barking. Once the thief them clear the area in the gully, the dogs them stop bark. Oh, you're outside? Yes, I'm outside. If you're running, oh, okay. Chumada read me na something. Chu princess coming back. Okay, okay, outside. Yeah, mama there. I take a look a walk, a good look a walk too. Go patrol. So I'm carrying with me in the darkness with my flashlight. I shine about the place. Left you running while I was putting the last gallon on the oh for Thanksgiving. Send my plate. Thank you so much. Okay, understood. Thanks for taking us on the patrol. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, Joe, as my dad tell me, I say, you know, the place used to be more brighter than this. A couple of years now since them removed the pole, them probably, let me see, probably about 5 years now. Time fly, man. Probably about 5 years, because over here it's bright like stadium. You drop a pin, you can't see it. So the place is bright. So it affect them residents. So them decided, so them I go take them down. And thing. How should I treat right this breadfruits? Aki. But come to think of it, am I seeing Aki around? Just looking into something. When my dad put I see some rat bat. Several of them, I mean, also the people them across this have breadfruit and Aki tree over the other side of the gully. And they see the rat bat them a fly around and a fly around and a fly around. Man, you see, if you have a art with delicate, you can't do them work, you know. You have a art of a lion for do them type of work, yeah. I tell you the truth. You can't be a scaredy cat. You have to firm in yourself to do security work in Jamaica or anywhere. You have to firm in yourself. But now at times you might let down your guard and somebody might they met up on a compound and you do like come here I do live stream on my me not 100% alert. Yes, the might have work, but might to me I talk to you guys. Somebody can come up and startle me. Like, you have a heart of a lion, man. Tell you the truth. Because people ask me, oh, you do this work? Because I don't see you as that so and so and so. People always tell me that. They always assume by how you look, say you can't do certain things. If you judge a book by the cover, all I can say, we're gonna have a nice Christmas when it comes to coolness, because it started already. It's been going on a couple weeks now. Cold front this winter, Jamaica winter. Yeah, so the observer here to me they read the online, so now I have the article can look onto. And oh my, terrible tragedy. Highway crash leaves 5 unalive, 15 injured. Wow. 5 unalive and 15 others were reportedly hospitalized up to press time on Wednesday following a catastrophic crash involving some minibus. A Mango Toyota IS minibus was involved in Wednesday's crash. I didn't even know there was a National Hairdressing Association. I'm just seeing it here in the paper in the Observer. They said the president of the National Association of Hairdressing and Cosmetologists, Marcia Harris, left was a picture of sunshine as she shared lens with Shades and Elegance founder and CEO Trisha Reed. After being after bringing greetings on behalf of the association. Okay, a quarter of a century of beauty, empowered, and impeccable service was celebrated in fine style on Saturday, October 22nd, as Shades of Elegance marked its 25th anniversary with an epic cocktail affair inside its newly renovated spa. Founder and CEO Trisha Reed. Okay. DBJ offers million or 10 billion lifeline for Melissa hit businesses. It said it's 10 million, but a 10 billion. Okay. I think I said this person before, you know. I see her before. Mhm. Yeah, so when I take up the paper and I look into it, I see so much. I don't know where to start from. I know you will take a look at the DBJs, Jamaica business, whose activities have been disrupted by Hurricane Melissa, have been thrown a lifeline by Development Bank of Jamaica, DBJ, to the tenure of 10 billion to help them get back on their feet. Businesses which qualify for assistance will each be able to access between 20 million and 50 million through approval financial institute and monitoring institution. Managing Director of DBJ David Law announced that announced the measures being taken by the bank during a special media briefing on Wednesday at Jamaica House. He said an 5 M5 business recovery program has been designed to assist with recovery, resilience, and restoration, and it's broken down into three key phases. Phase one will see 1 billion being made immediately available to the AFIs and MFS on lend to business operators. Under phase two, 3 billion in additional support will be provided, while 7 billion is set aside to assist in the overall rebuilding of particular sectors, supplies chains, and economic actors. All right, well, I don't got too much into it. Let's take a glimpse of what doing. Used to read news. Now, rapid home solution. NHD outlines plan to deliver modular solution sooner. National Housing Trust (NHD) is moving to install the first 2,500 of 5,000 semi-permanent modular units on its sites with pre-existing water and sewage system, which is expected to cut construction timelines significantly and deliver homes far sooner than initially planned. Mina is waving. Okay. Assistant General Manager for Corporate Communication and Public Affairs at NHD, Dwayne Herbrick, who was speaking at Hurricane Melissa press briefing on Wednesday, said the NHD has shifted its strategy to prioritize lands that can support rapid installation. He explained that the first phase of rapid housing development initiative will be anchored on NHD's own properties that will that are already close to development and readiness in areas affected by Hurricane Melissa or construction and development team. We are currently assessing the status of lands, especially in the St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and Nova areas. And we are looking at where we had planned for houses development, and there may already exist some amount of support in infrastructure for sewage, for water already, to see how quick we can finish that infrastructure and have those units up, set up, he said. Alright, we're not gonna finish the article, we're gonna just leave it there. Alright, back to the highway crash that leave 5 people unalived and 15 injured. A public passenger bus on the Passington's Highway in St. Catherine. Road safety advocate and vice chairman of the National Road Safety and Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, said among the unalived persons are 3 males and 2 females. Among the injured is a 2-year-old child, Jones added. Chief Executive Officer at Spanish Town Hospital, Jacqueline Ellis, told the Jamaica Observer that doctors and nurses quickly sprung to action to treat the victims. Emergency response plans were activated to manage influx of patients, and various teams work together to provide care and treatment based on the information I received. We had 5 unalived persons. We treated 15 patients, said Ellis. Dr. Jones told journalists via an audio release on Wednesday that parliamentary reports indicated that tire blew out on the vehicle. The question as to whether the vehicle was traveling at a high speed is to be the subject of investigation. The minivan hit a guardrail and flipped several times, and that is why we had so many injuries. This is a terrible crash that is going to cause the nation to mourn even more now in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. It means that a total of 342 persons have died in crashes this year on the Jamaican roads, said Jones. Okay, that's it. I was looking at the picture of these two females. I said, well, they look the same, so. But I realized I thought the two of them were the same person, but no, they're not. Classroom crisis in early childhood sector. UWI professor warns that traumatized teachers and students will need urgent intervention. Executive counseling intervention has been recommended for teachers and students who are returning to classrooms and expect to function as normal following Hurricane Melissa partially, particularly at early childhood levels. Professor of Early Childhood Care and Education at the University of the West Indies. So yeah, Ken, Kennard Clark said normalcy is virtually impossible without this intervention. Children who are traumatized of psychological challenges cannot learn. That's just the long and short of it. Kennard Clark, who is also manager of the Early Grant Early Childhood Resource Center. Now, I am also very aware that we have teachers themselves who have also been traumatized. These are the teachers who are asking to go back. We are asking to go back into the classroom to teach children. The Jamaican's education minister committed to lessen the loss of teaching and learning hours following Hurricane Melissa in October. More than 700 schools have reopened, with other measures being taken to enable students where institutions have not yet recovered. Killen Clark, who expressed her understanding of the need for children to return to school, told journalists at last Jamaica Press Club on Tuesday that educators and students will require immediate support to overcome the trauma endured. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to read all of it. Just a little glimpse of what she said right there. The JN Foundation to repair basic schools in Hurricane Ravage, Katrina Oil, to Jamaica National Foundation will be adding in urgent needed repairs to the DRB Grand Basic School in Katrina, St. James. The school, which was built with 7 classrooms to accommodate 140 children, sustained major damage during the passage of the Hurricane Melissa. It is in a recent JS think tank for youth and education programs at the JN Foundation. Uh, Sydney said that The school was selected because of its location in one of the most highly impacted areas. City note that the institution, which now serves more than 160 students, suffered significant damage from high winds and flood waters. Reports indicate that the school sustained 95% damage due to the flooding. It now has knee-high mud and also lost its roof. Repairing the school is an excellent way to recognize the contribution made to the early childhood education and also to an excellent way to move forward to recovery, she said. Well, I don't want to read all of it because it's a long article, but just cut and go through NWA Ed blames single occupant cars for Kingston traffic grid. Okay, Chief Executive Officer of the National Works Agency, E.G. Hunter, has blamed Jamaica's heavy reliance on single occupant motor cars as one of the major drivers of Kingston chronic traffic congestion. Speaking during Tuesday's sitting of the Infrastructure and Physical Development Committee, Hunter urged the Kingston's gridlocks streams largely from transport system built around private vehicles rather than mass transit. He urged that no modern city moves its population around based on individual transport. There has to be some kind of massive transport, and that is as simple as that. We have a lot of cars in Jamaica carrying single persons. We are not a part of the Ministry of Transport. So, policy, prescription, under, understandability will come from the ministry. But as someone who has interest in the sector, I think the whole issue of mass transit will have to be addressed. Hunter said as he responded to a question from member of the parliament for St. Andrew East Central, Dennis Gordon. The first MP also questioned whether poor coordination among planning authorities was contributing to the worsening traffic situation. We are in we are in a planning deficit, and as we are seeking to rebuild stronger and better, the NWA should assume some responsibility for our traffic gridlock because you contribute to section of these multi-family homes without any attention to the road network. And so we go forward. Is there any collaboration with the NWA and NEPA, National Environmental Planning, municipalities as to how to redesign, plan, and rebuild, said Gordon. But Hunter rejected the suggestion that the agency was culpable, as he told the committee that, notwithstanding any recommendation made by the NWA, the local planning authority is proposed in the municipalities. He said the NWA supports efforts to improve coordination, but pointed out that final approval powers do not rest with the agency. Okay, right. Real estate scam alert. Post Melissa demand sees fraudsters profiting from fake listed. Wow. With an increase in demand for housing after the passage of Hurricane Melissa on October 28th, fraudsters have stepped up their attempt to fleece displaced people through real estate scams. One realtor from the south central part of the island told the Jamaica Observer on Tuesday that the demand for housing has increased following Melissa, with many displaced people in western Jamaica trying to relocate. My phone is filled with people looking places to rent. Some have been scammed by people using TikTok. People have called me to ask me my thoughts on rentals that they are pursuing, and when I check it out, it's a scam. We have a listing in our company that we see on TikTok renting. The realtor said, he said the situation is terrible and pointed out that even traditional media is now being used by the fraudsters. People have to be careful of even classified ads too. Some people who are advertising in the classifieds are not the owners. They are just putting something out there. So it's hard to tell who is genuine identity realtor. Following practitioner Kimberly Blair of Governor Realty Group, meanwhile, warned those looking to pursue property to be cautious. Okay, we're now gonna read all of it. Just a good little glimpse of go on what's here in Jamaica. Bridging the gap for many. Let's try intern Taylor, Young, and essential supplies included antibacterial soap to Morris Atkins as part of the company's structural relief program in Hanover recently. Oh my goodness. You know why I laugh so much? Alright, when was the people them down at the west? A little, how would I put it now? Bad mind, red eye. And then something come to my mind a while ago and say, well, I mean, you know, me need one of them care package there too. Yes, me need one of them care package there too. And from last night, it a come to mind. I say, everybody has send care package go down to the west. What to me? Do you remember I need one of them care package there too? Me need one care package to myself. That's why you see me laughing. Sometimes me go do a video and my mind moves so fast at times. Go on things. Wow. My mind moves so fast at times because me read Bridging the Gap for many and think residents of Hanover, Westmoreland find hope through Red Stripes collective support as Western Jamaican continues to rebuild in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. Red Stripe has remained on the ground, supporting families whose lives and livelihood were disrupted. Red Stripe continued its community outreach last week, taking relief to residents of Youghton Grove in Hanover, one of the community's hardest hit by the storm. Three trucks carrying food, water, cleaning supplies, and care packages were welcomed by residents in the district. First experience benefiting from the organized relief since the hurricane. Volunteers distributed essential supplies, included 200 cases of water, 60 cases of Malta beverage, clothing, cleaning materials provided through a partnership with Paramount Trading Jamaica Limited, and box meals to help families address their immediate needs while recovery effort continues. Member of Parliament for Hanover Eastern, Andrea Perkis, who assisted in the distribution, expressed gratitude as residents collected supplies. Thank God for companies like Red Stripe. Many families have been waiting days for help, said Perkis, who had earlier issued a plea for more supplies for the people of the constituency. Among the residents of Houghton Grove who benefited from the relief supplies was a 72-year-old Lola Lucy, who was survived every major storm of her lifetime. During Hurricane Gilbert in 1988, I sat on my veranda watching how stops blow off. Ivan in 2004 was my father's name, so that hurricane didn't bother trouble me. During Hurricane Beryl in 2024, I went to sleep. When I got up, it was gone. But Melissa was more than any experience, said Lula. Wow. Now sharing a single room with 8 relatives, she accepts her care package with emotion. Me feel so grateful for them. God couldn't send a better gift. Nearby, 58-year-old Violet White shared how she had been struggling to contact her daughter in London, England, due to damage of communication and living rising living costs. Whatever little she has, she has sent me, but it's rough. This helps ease some of the pressure, said White. However, and visit other fellow Red Stripes earlier mission across identity and retirement, Belmont, White House in Westmoreland. Uh, the Beer Love Serves team delivered 500 care packages, 22 water drums, including 8 filled with portable water to support families with cooking, hygiene, utilize remain unstable. In those communities, residents describe losing roofs, livestock, small business. Whatever I can find a place to sleep, I sleep. I am grateful for everyone who came to help, said Catherine Bernard of White House. Leaders in the region have welcomed the support. Every package and donation represents a family supported and a need met, said Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Eastern, Dr. Dayton Campbell. This level of care from corporate partners is bridging the gap for many, said Added Campbell. Red Stripe has emphasized that its relief work is part of its sustained commitment to recovery. As we support the national efforts, we also want to be hands on. Our, our goal is to help communities get back on their feet as quickly as possible. Resident of Aldear community, Troy Wallace, right, assists his elderly cousin Barwin Boot with a case of water donated by Pepsi for Red Stripe. The work is as much as about presence, it is about supplies. Being here, we have seen the devastation, but we have also seen remarkable strength, said head of corporate affairs, Deanne Smith. I am on. Okay. Okay, my sister Mina. Show me I see something that flash up on my screen and thing. Alright, there. Resilience of these communities inspire us to keep showing up and providing support wherever we can, added Aston Smith. Red Stripe broader contribution includes distributing approximately 1,000 cases of Malta and bottled water through a structured relief program supporting Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management (ODPM) and enlisting the help of Red Stripe brand ambassador Usain Bolt, Dragons ambassador Massacre, entertainment partnership Ramesh, and Guinea's champion ambassador governor who are leading outreach in the western parishes. The company has also donated 15 millions to the Isle of Jamaica telethon in partnership with the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports As families across Hanover and Westmoreland and continues the long process of rebuilding, they do so strengthening the partnership that reflects the true spirit of Jamaica's neighbors, communities, companies working side by side towards recovery, declared Ashton Smith. End of article. Okay, what can I say now? Okay, Mina, your wish is my command. When we have free time, we'll deal with it. So you can put on your community, make some of your people and, and watch some of Jeremy video too. By your community, man. Make some of my people and watch Jeremy video because we see when you do a live, you get more views. Because we see 200 views, so sometimes Jeremy have 30 views, 40 views, 50 views. Nobody don't want to watch what the Rasta man I say. So we all give you news. Together we rebuild stronger. We're giving the news. People, I don't know, the more you mix up on, some dancing girls and things. No dancing girls in their own here, so we talk about uplifting people, you know, mind from mental slavery. That's what we bring about. We talk about giving thanks to the Most High. That's what we talk about. Empowering oneself from within, how people can earn through crypto. Those are the things we bring about around here. People, I don't know, sometimes we don't know what the people them want. I try to bring things to the people them. We don't know what the people them want at times. We confuse. Mm, need some music. My laptop. No laptop to this morning. No laptop. Laptop kind of it crack, so we don't have no laptop. We don't have no laptop this morning. We leave it home because we have to go get a monitor for it, a Dell monitor. But that's where the money will come from, right? I know, but only the most I God know where it come from. We can't allow it fall out. You see the screen I get fuzzy, and I don't know how the monitor cracking up. Probably may have put something in my bag and something touch it. One little crack, it starts splits. So it's like a hamper way in a great way. But there's always whenever dark cloud, there's always a silver lining. And true being so I Jeremy live good. I'm an optimistic person. Yes, I never say never. Yeah, man. I never say never. Yes, we shall bounce back by the grace of God. Can't go to no music house. We don't have no other. We don't have no laptop up because one of those things, yeah, man. Everyone we have little mishap at times. Our journey, what we're doing. I can't even check to say. I know so yesterday my watch hours was 3,400 91, something to that effect. It must gone to 3,500 by now. Mm. But I don't know how YouTube count their thing. Some said to 5 hours to 10 hours a day. We need to ramp it up. Need to ramp it up. All right. We're going to slide into like a second segment of our um, devotional here. I've always given two, I've given a light one, and we're giving the major one. Content, okay. Mm. It's a content update. Right, right. Scroll down. Let me see which one will it reach. Right, I think remember the last subheading, and I don't know if I read it. Oh yeah, I read that one already. This one now, the title is "You Sing a New Song," and fire scripture is taken from Exodus chapter 2. Nice, 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 nice. That is from Mina. Good, 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 good. Thank you so much. I appreciate uh, you all being here. I don't take it for granted, really and truly. I appreciate it. When I go down today, I get some rest. I will show some love to my supporters, those who came here and give I and I a strength. Yeah, man. Psalms 98, verse 1 says, "Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song, for he had done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm uh, got him victory." Okay, motivational quotes. If creation speaks the praises of my God, so will I. Prophetic word says, "You and your household will sing a new song unto the Lord today in the name of Yahshua." You need to drink coffee. May I sleep, me now? I not sleep. You want me to? I want when I reach home, I go to sleep and I click on somebody's live stream that I didn't watch and watch it for 2 hours. That's the plan for today. When I drink coffee, no, I'm not going to sleep. I need to sleep to come back to work tonight. You make me laugh, me now. And then go outside. Our, our time, 5:30. Maybe go take out people and newspaper. 'Cause I don't want anybody drive on it. Take off the mic. Go take up a newspaper, yeah. Then you speak faster and louder. You want me to wake up the people and want us to write this, so I don't want to talk too fast. You know, I thank you very much, my sister Mina, for that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your candid. You speak honestly. Sometimes I don't want to know, or before I buy this, mic thing here, I thought it would have pick up everything what me I say. Sometimes I don't know where to place it. So when me talk, it'll pick up. You understand? But my mind, alright, the resident who live right here, she's so, she's so, what I want to find a good word. She's so funny. Listen to this, Mina. If a bird flies by her window, I see it many times when I used to work here in the daytime. Listen to this, Mina. The lady, when the birds come on singing, shoo, shoo, get away, get away. That's how she react. You hear that, Mina? The lady, she is short. When the birds comes on the tree and picking the berries off the palm tree, there's a palm tree right beside her roof, like a tall palm tree. And the birds come on, they're in the tree picking the berries and stuff. She would get away, shoo, shoo, get away. If the bird comes on the roof and jumping, what you can look out and see, she chased away the birds, chased them away. Even when she's on her veranda looking outside, get away, get away. So you want me to talk loud for her to report me to the manager, the property manager, to say get rid of that boy Jeremy? No, Mina, I don't want to. I don't want to lose a look of work. Uh, the lady let my subconscious mind become aware of her. So them going to drive out here now. Them going to do some exercise. So me I open the gate for them. Them going to drive out now. Them going to exercise. I hear the car start up. So I can't talk loud now. Like coach drive out. I can't talk loud. Yes, when other people that see the bird, they might say, wow, what a beautiful bird, and so forth. Mm, yeah, they just drive out. Husband and wife going to do the morning walk. Yes, that's how she react. She's an artist. She does painting, so she sit down and she take pictures of stuff and she draw and she paints it. I understand, but I don't understood me now. She affected my subconscious mind that I am not even aware that I'm speaking low at times. So I apologize to all of you who have been putting up with me not hearing me speak so eloquently time. I thank you, Mina, for bringing this to my um, awareness. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Yes, so back to the message here. Yeah, right in your language there, we not overstand that still mean about give thanks. Yeah, man. Oh, and the next thing, Mina, I don't have any coffee here. If I had coffee, would I drink? I would have drink it. But sometimes Jeremy tired and need him look rest, yeah, because when you miss your night sleep, day sleep can build up for what night sleep does to the body. It's good. It's God name. Oh, it's God's name. I see. Mm. But what do you think about when the lady had chased with the bird in Mina? She said the bird come by the tree. When she looked through her window, through the tree, when the daylight was again show the house. They just drove out a while ago. Rolled down the car window looking at me through the window as I look at them, driving out the people them I talk about. The lady. She chased her with the birds. Bird them can't go on the trees to eat because the trees are beside her house. The dogs bark on the compound or anywhere. She behave aggressively towards the animals. Them I don't know. And she said she loves God. I don't understand her. How can you say you love God or you never see it before? But you see his marvelous work at hand, and you are complaining and chasing away his animals. Yeah, man. Many times when I used to work in the daytime, I'm sitting right here, and this window that I'm touching, I see her through the window, chasing away the birds. Shoo, shoo, get away, get away, get away from there, get away from there. My gosh. Anyway, let me get to the message. Let me get into the God gives new songs to his children, both in the day and at night. God expects us, his children, to sing a new song when there is a new occasion of triumph, and each time we experience his intervention, our mighty works. Salvation delivers healing, divine provision and breakthrough, perseverance, and etc. That is why our memories verse for today enjoins us to sing unto the Lord a new song, for he had done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arms had gotten him the victory. People who appreciate the priceless work of God sing new songs to him all the time. Our fire scripture paints a graphic picture of the reflection of children of Israel to their dramatic deliverance from 430 years of Egyptian bondage and slavery. A whole nation was in captivity and slavery for 430 years. The strong man was not willing to release them until God intervened. Good, 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 good. That is from my sister Mina. God intervened and forcefully liberated his children, killing Pharaoh and his hosts in the Red Sea. The Israelites sang a new song unto the Lord, their deliverer. You will sing a new song also in Jesus' name. In Exodus chapter 15, verse 21, Maria, Moses' sister, sang back to the joyous congregation, singing, sing ye to the Lord, he had triumphantly gloriously. The horses and its rider he had thrown into the sea. A new song is a product of God's visitation. It is the product of divine joy and breath by God's wonderful works among mortals. Whenever God does great, marvelous, and unsearchable things without number, and mankind marvels, their reaction is usually to sing new songs to Him. People sing new songs to God each time they experience unbelievable provision, unimaginable and undivine healing, great victories, and so on. Judges chapter 5 is devoted to chronicling the song of Deborah and Barak. When God gave the children of Israel victory over their enemies, they accomplished the song and those songs to him. David, the greatest king Israel ever had, composed several new songs for the Lord throughout his lifetime. He never lost any battle, and God's presence was mighty in his life. Similarly, Anna sang a new song when God opened her womb. Mary responded in appreciation of heaven using her for a major assignment was a new song, the Messianic. Beloved, you will sing a new song. Mina waves and she said, I am on. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that, my sister. What time is it down there in Nepal? It is now 5:32 in Kingston, Jamaica. Probably another 10 minutes. No, it will start to get light out. They will start to light out in Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, man, it is 5:32. Sorry, 5:42 in both 5:32, 5:42 in Kingston, Jamaica. Excuse me. Yes, I ride, natty ride. Go there, dready, go there. Riding through the storm. Natty dread, rise again. Have no fear for tomorrow. All of us with them one is to fight against the Rasta man. But they come with all their confusion. Cause we got something they could never take away. It's a fire, a fire, a fire. Ayaga ye, ride natty ride. Go there, ready, go there. Ride into the storm. Natty dread rise again. Have no fear for tomorrow. Brum, bum, 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 bum. Ooh, yeah. So it go, yeah, my people. So it go, so it go, so it go. Yeah, man. The fraudsters, them, the scammers, them post up places, defraud people of their funds. But people have to be cautious, man. Don't just hand over money to people because somebody put up an address so they might rent a place or what. Be careful. Yes, thank you for those lovely emojis, my sister, thank you for the crown, the trophy there. Pick up yourself. Yes, indeed. I wonder if we should, never formulate a video in a way, you know, design a video and do it. So, yeah, that is it for the time being. Yes, so we're still there. Anyways, segment after the devotional. Oh, this still not light up good enough yet. Go grab some of the window. I'm gonna know the top part of the mic. It have a little thing where to go by it. I don't know it fell off, I don't know my search for it and I know I can't find it. Hopefully it's supposed to keep out the I don't know, but it's have some protective wear to yes, so I go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, there's a bunch of people I always pick up. They can't say whenever hear I and I big them up. Even when you're not here, I big you up to you. I mean, many times I big you up and say, "Oh, big up, Mina, for giving us a strength." And I call out some names of other YouTubers. Mina is one of them. Charity, Lizimo, True Princess, The Journey of My Life, uh, Well, Judy, once in a while, you might say Judy Papine, but big up. She used to be here quite frequent, but it's just like Filippo, country boy, who changed his name so much time. He used to call himself 1969 Ford Mustang. I'm calling himself country boy. You know, one confuse the people, and some of them stick to one name, Jeremy, LiveGood. So when I want to confuse the people, them, you know, and people them someone new name, them I wonder who is that person. Just stick to one name, man. Not change names so frequent. Yeah, you confuse the people them. Yeah, as I can say Charity, Lizimo, Anti Lizimo, Anti B, TV, The Journey of My Life, Mina. Oh, Yoms. You know, a long time. Mina say Yoms come visit me. Yoms Kitchen. Mm, Judy, Filippo. I try go off a memory now. I try go off a memory. Remember. Oh, Ghost 777 come spend a couple minutes with I and I will give thanks, for the strength. You understand? Oh, Irish Jimmy, when I see him for a good look a while. I was seeing him for a good look a while, but we give thanks for him still. Motti Smith, we haven't seen Motti for a while too, but we give thanks always. We give a shout out to all those who come and give our strength. Yeah, man, we don't take it for granted. And we try to return to those who share them time with I and I. Yes. Yeah, man, we give thanks. Good, good, good. That's Mina. Mina said nice, 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 nice. And she put up a peace sign and world emoji and popcorn. Okay. Yeah, man, it's good. I learn from everybody. Learn from everybody. Everybody have something what they bring when I learn. Something about their style of doing what they're doing. No matter I see Mina, watch Mina do her thing, she dance for the audience, And at times, Mina go up on black screen, but we understand. When I do black screen, people are say, what's going on here? And they don't want to stay. They like to see you live and live in color. It's like what you see me on the screen right now. People like to see that. Yeah, man. Who else? Come on, give her your strength. Let's see. Going on a memory box. Um, Sydney, my sister from South Africa. Oh yes, and Grace. Mom, Midge, Grace. She always come and give us a strength. We give thanks to these beautiful sisters. You notice a one male or two male Macar, Filippo and Country Boy. The rest of them are bare females who come visit I and I. This king surrounded by a lot of sisters. I give thanks to these beautiful sisters. Nina with her tall silky hair. She has the tallest hair out of all of them. Yes, indeed. Yesterday I had for my breakfast some um, callaloo, you know, in a like a patty shaped form. I want to pass a gentleman and sell these things. I'm saying, I want to try one of them something. But it seemed like him do a variety. Him do callaloo, him do chicken, chicken wrap, but shaped like a patty. I purchased two. That's what I had for my breakfast yesterday. I don't know if I'm gonna ride that direction, but hopefully probably have some crackers and egg can you please free time play on my live stream? Sure, no problem. I always do that, man, when I remember, and that's being honest. Because sometimes when I watch your live stream on my laptop, it will go over. Sometimes two live stream do back to back. Like the other day, I was watching one, and I said, wait, and I realized I look down, I say, no thumbs up was ticked. And I said, oh, I watch one, and another one come up, so I clicked on it, I wrote a comment. So when I watch it on my laptop, it roll over. You will get two instead of one. So if I watch a 1 hour, and next one will come up on another 2 hours or 3 hour that. Yes, that's some of the thing, man. Those who come on, as well, my sister church, I always say those who come and support me on my life, those are the ones I give immediate attention. And the ones that will come, rarely come, I think. All the way of we look issues in the sense of we're trying to build up our watch hours and we need all the support we can get, and I really appreciate all that support I get. I try to assist myself as well. You understand? Nice, 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 nice. Nice to see your live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's one go outside go. I couldn't go and listen to the birds, them I go and chirp while I fix back and care up them newspaper, yeah. Ralph Road, Westmoreland residence, Travers Williams, left and Elvis Nepal building, giving a helping hand to a neighbor who is rebuilding after Melissa destroyed his home. Is gonna put up back a wooden structure. Okay. So anyway, for what people and observer. Okay. So drop it off it on the cleaner. Yeah. Putting road 554 in Kingston, Jamaica. Here are the two people. Alright. Let's go now get light up a little teeny bit. Hear the birds in my chirp. See them up on the tree, they might eat the berries on the royal palm. Probably about the next 5 minutes, so place will get more brighter. Wow. I'm just gonna keep them. Just piling them up. Wow. Uh, Near the water sprinkler, uh, water plant them. That me know. It work or push. In, in palm tree, I just pop up royal palm. Long time, you know. Come up here, so come take a look at patrol. You know what, barefoot, you know, to get some of the, release some of the built up energy in my body. Good thing I come to a few of them. So what's up, leaf, yeah. So what's up, leaf? Good for your nerves. That's a mango tree up here now. Stringy mango tree too. If we got breadfruit tree. Yeah, need to buy some Centrum, take up some vitamin supplements, Yeah, similar one work, so. Mhm. Yes, indeed. I'll go sign it off right here. So every time you see me, I go come back out, we not forward out. I'm not promising, but we're gonna try something. All right, look more, look more. Just gonna say thank you all for being here with I and I. Have a wonderful day, night, or afternoon in your neck of the woods. Much love and respect. Yes, I know it.